if you put this on here and it doesn't fit well, like there's a little swim, don't adjust your lid. We're going to adjust the pot. And what you do is come here to the outside with one finger on the on one side and the other with moisture on it and just compress into your lid, right? Why not? And make your lid that minor little adjustment to fit. If you put it on there and it's not fitting well, don't think about trying to adjust the lid. You're going to just, with the lid sitting on there, move it in just slightly because you're not doing it up here on the rim. You're doing it down here in the body of the pot. Just the subtlest little choke inward to make that lid fit well, okay? If it doesn't fit snugly and it's fit too tight, then you can just trim a little bit, just a smidge out of the wall of your flange. But try to do all your edits here, not with your lid. I have learned that over time. It's just better to do your edits with this part. So when you do put your lid on to let it rest for a while, if you're going to let them dry together, set you a little piece of plastic on there so that you know you're going to get your lid back out, right? This is one of my biggest mistakes, is that I accidentally get it stuck on there. And it's usually not that big of a deal. Ultimately, I get it off. But you guys, take my advice on that one. And you're going to use this when you trim as well. So this is my chuck. And I forgot to undercut, so I have this little bit of clay. I'm going to point the wood stick towards myself and slip up under, and I'm going to cut it away. I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to actually do an undercut under the pot, all right? So here we go. I'm going to come up under here and bend way over close to the bat with this part facing me. I'm going to come up under and undercut this pot so that there's a nice little shadow. I can already see it. Can you see it? When you have this pot sitting on a beautiful pedestal, or you take it to your photographer, or you are your photographer, and you're taking pictures of this pot, this shadow down here is such a dramatic, it's such a small thing, but it makes a teapot have this wonderful little dramatic effect down at the floor of it. So make sure your undercut is truly under the pot, not a sidewall beveled edge that you see this beautiful wax line up there, but is truly under the pot, okay? This spout, when I hold it up to this pot, has a lot to attach onto the wall of it. Do you see that? A lot. And I actually want to move this out some more because we're going to end up, because your fill line is critical now. So you want the top of your spout, this, let me say this again. You want what is the outside bottom of your spout to be what is the top of your teapot. And the reason why is because if you have it way down here, when you fill your teapot up, it's coming out of your spout before your pot is full. You're going to see a lot of teapots out there in the world, you guys, that can only hold a half a pot of tea. So plan the placement of your spout to where it is right at the rim. If you go higher, and you can, it needs to come out so that the tilt is a lot before you're pouring, right? So on this one, I'm going to mount it right about here. And I'm liking the turnout. If I hadn't done the turnout, it would be running into the rim of this pot right now. You can even take this part up here and turn it out itself just a little bit. Did you see how I did that? And just took this last little inch of it and turned it out. So you can do whatever you want, and all this will attach on. So I'm just going to leave that right there. We know we need to take some out of the pot, but I wanted you to see how I was mirroring the way I cut it, attachments like this. I cut way up that tall neck, didn't I? Way up it, okay?